The Pisces Temple is located in the sanctuary. As the last of the 12 temples, it is attached to the Grand Pope's chamber. In the previous Holy War, Pisces Albafica protected the sanctuary in the name of love and justice. He battled against Minos, who attacked from the mountains. Despite the broken bones in his body, he fought Minos to the death and perished with his enemy. With his formidable power that can rival that of the three underworld generals, Albafica as the vanguard becomes the first saint in the Lost Canvas to make his appearance in Saint Seiya Awakening. This week, let us analyze Albafica's attributes and battle strategies. Skills. Passive skill. Demon Rose Poison. Each stack of poison on a target reduces their damage dealt by 5% and healing effects by 20%. This effect can stack up to 5 times and cannot be purified or reversed. Skill 1. Huranin Rose, Albafica's basic attack skill. Upon use, it has the chance to inflict a stack of poison on all the enemies. Skill 2. Crimson Thorn. When saints inflicted with Demon Rose Poison attack Albafica, the damage reduction effect from Demon Rose Poison will be doubled. When Demon Rose Poison reaches 5 stacks, it has a chance of being converted to 5 stacks of Bleed after the next action round, and 2 stacks of Demon Rose Poison will remain after the stacks are reset. Skill 3. Royal Demon Rose. At the start of the battle, this skill inflicts a stack of poison on all enemies. After each enemy saint makes a move, they have a chance of being inflicted with another stack of poison. Skill 4. Bloody Rose. When Albafica receives a fatal blow, he will survive the attack and cast Bloody Rose as a counterattack against his attacker and restore a certain amount of HP. Any overhealing from this will be converted into a shield, up to 50% of Albafica's max HP. Battle analysis. During the battle, Albafica can stack Demon Rose Poison on enemies with just basic attacks and his passive. At higher skill level, he can inflict 3 stacks of poison in the first round. If granted extra moves, Albafica can convert the poison to bleed very quickly. Unable to deal effective damage and restore HP, the enemies will gradually be worn down and defeated. After Demon Rose Poison inflicted reaches 5 stacks and is converted to bleed, or when Bloody Rose is cast, the stack count will be cleared. At this stage, the party is vulnerable. Therefore, do not over-rely on Albafica. Positioning him in the lineup as the auxiliary damage dealer is more fitting use of his skills. Attribute allocation. Recommended Cosmos, White Mist, Morning Glory, Crystal Fire, and Hyacinth. Recommended sub-attributes: Speed, Lifesteal, and HP. Albafica's battle strategy consists of 2 components, which involve quickly stacking up his poison and boosting survivability. Since the enemy will be inflicted with Demon Rose Poison upon making their move, the higher Albafica's speed, the quicker he can reduce damage dealt by his opponent and make them bleed. Hence, the speed attribute should never be your primary choice to allow Albafica to quickly lower the enemy's output. Albafica mostly deals damage through bleed, so he does not require pierce or crit. Rather, focus on his HP and lifesteal to ensure his survivability. Recommended allies: Divine Doko. When Divine Doko and Albafica fight side by side, they can trigger the bleed effect again and again. Aided by the Nunchakus and Sansetsukan, they are able to significantly suppress the opponent's ATK attributes. Before Demon Rose Poison is converted to bleed, let Albafica attack with Nunchakus to maximize the damage inflicted by bleed. Cry Sayor. Cry Sayor and Albafica share the ability to lower the enemy's attack. Joining forces with Albafica and Divine Doko, his 30% attribute reduction can decrease the damage dealt by the enemy to about 15% and drain the target's attributes as much as he can. By reducing the target's speed, the gap between his strength and the enemies will widen further, wearing them down slowly. Players are recommended to ban saints who can deal high damage in a single round and have high survivability, such as Alone, Commander Pandora, and Divine Taurus. This is to make sure that the party stays intact before it demonstrates the full extent of its power. Recommended lineup: June, Albafica, Cry Sayor, Divine Doko, Spectre Shura, Thanatos. This lineup utilizes Albafica's ability to wear the enemies down effectively and efficiently. Cry Sayor, Divine Doko, Albafica. Equipped with double Hyacinth Cosmos, this 3-man team is able to reduce the enemy's attack by 85% and speed by 30%. Together, they render the enemy's attack powerless and trigger bleed before the target makes a move, continuously limiting their actions. This combination is a must-have in the lineup. Alongside ally Saints, who grant extra moves, it can speed up the battle progress and fully exercise its strength. With high-frequency damage dealers on the team, the enemies will be worn down at a staggering rate. Albafica excels at draining and wearing out the enemies. He can be linked to most of his ally units. Once the enemy sets foot into his Demon Rose Garden, they will end up as Albafica's prey. Alright, that's all for today. See you next time!